everyone, this is an intro to Module 2, the indefinite integral, along with some announcements. First, I just want to say nice work with Module 1. I liked your responses to the open middle problem. I thought you all showed some pretty good understanding of definite integrals, so nice work with that. Keep up the good work, keep asking questions, especially on that practice. So you might notice that I'm not grading the practice, and that's simply because you may not need to do all of the practice. If you feel like you have a good grasp of it and it's just tedious to you to do them all, stop when you have a good grasp of it. If you feel like you need more practice, let me know. Email me and I can get some more practice to you. But I trust you all to do the practice. I mean, you chose to be in calculus, and what you get out of this course going forward is just going to be the effort that you put into it, and I just don't want to overwork you and overwhelm you because I know how hard it can be to learn calculus online. You didn't choose to do that. So just keep trying your best, and I appreciate all of your efforts. Email me with any questions. I'm happy to help you out. Okay, so for this week, it's about indefinite integrals, which are just like definite integrals, except there are no bounds. So it's just kind of in general. So I'll go to this content video. Or videos, rather. So we got three big topics. The fundamental theorem of calculus, which you learned last week, part 1. This is part 2, which looks really complicated, but it really just means that integrals and derivatives are inverses of each other, and they sort of undo each other. That's a big idea. And then analyzing graphs is that video. And then last one is finding antiderivatives and evaluating indefinite integrals and what that C means. So you may have seen the chart from the last module of common antiderivatives with that plus C. I briefly explain it here, but if you're still confused, let me know. So watch these videos. Here's a link to the notes used in them. If you don't have access to a printer and you want to print them, just email me and I will help you out with that. So next up is just a matching activity. So just to practice with finding antiderivatives, because these take practice to kind of get used to. Some of you will catch on really quickly. If you're like me, it takes a little bit to kind of undo your brain from derivatives and start thinking backwards. So here's just a matching activity. So you'll have, here, maybe I can load it while I talk about it. So it's just some integrals and then the antiderivatives on a side, and you just drag the antiderivatives to match them. You need to make a copy. Okay, well, while that loads. Again, this is just for your own practice, so if you feel good about it from last week, I mean, you can decide if you want to do this, but it might help you just gain some confidence with this skill. Next up is some practice. Okay, so practice problems. There's a PowerPoint here, just like last week, same idea. Doc of the practice problems, you can print that out if you want to. Again, same thing, if you need access to a printer, just email me and I'll find a way to get that to you. Same thing, you have some practice problems and then the answers on the last page. And email me with any questions that you have. I'm happy to help you out. All right, I have one more open middle problem for you. We'll see who can get the closest. Nah, I don't want to make it a competition. But, so fill in these boxes, 3 different numbers. Get as close to 100 as possible when you evaluate it. So, yeah, same thing. I have the Google Slides. You can drag the numbers if you want. If you want to use paper, feel free. So see how close to 100 you can get. Just try your best with that. It's more just practice with definite integrals. Lastly, last is just a learning check about indefinite integrals. Five questions. It's pretty straightforward. You can take it as many times as you want. I will change that to a yes. That's a mistake. So if you miss some, just retry it. Try again. And if you have questions, email me. And that's it for this week. So I'm really looking for that open middle problem in this learning check again. But make sure you're working through those practice problems. Because this is the next big thing in calculus, are integrals. So that's it for this week. Email me with any questions that you have. Feel free to come to office hours. Also, I didn't say this, but feel free to work together. If you want to set up a Google Meet with each other, I don't think you can do that on your Chromebooks, and you want me to set it up for you, let me know. If you have other ways to communicate with each other, feel free to work together. I'm okay with that. I'm definitely okay with collaboration. Also, I know that all of your classes are all of a sudden throwing a lot of things at you, so if you ever feel overwhelmed or overworked, please just let me know. I don't want you to feel like I just don't want you to feel super overwhelmed with this class. So just let me know how you're feeling. Let me know what questions you have. Email me anytime. Okay, and I hope you have a good week.